pits then.
Yep.
Back down pit. Why are you going in there again, Christian?
I'm taking the poles.
Christian, you need to be stopped.
What? What?
You're a menace to yourself and society, and fans everywhere.
But not to the pole. The pole thinks you're great.
The pole is life.
The poll just is happy to be included, I guess.
All hail the pole.
Hang on. Where are you? Actually, where are you?
Downstairs. I'm downstairs.
Me or Christian?
Christian.
I've gone back to the coal mines to investigate the health of the canary.
At the moment, the canary is both dead and alive until you observe it.
Greetings.
You see,
Hail.
Yeah, so blocking that plan doesn't do much.
there's a great explanation, and I'm sure Christian is going to disagree with me here, but surely the cat explanation can't actually be true because the cat can observe itself. Like, the Schrodinger's cat thing can never be dead and Schrodinger's cat can never be dead and alive at the same time because the cat can self-observe because it's a like.
Oh yeah, from the point of view of the cat. But that's also like saying from the point of view of a particle.
But particles, well, I suppose then you get into the whole what is consciousness.
Exactly.
I really
What
want
is the whole thing where particles do one thing sometimes, but then you do exactly the same thing and they do another thing.
The moment I truly gave
Is
up
that
on...
your whole thing?
Well, I mean, that's quantum mechanics in a nutshell. That one very simple statement leads to a whole lot of problems.
The moment I truly gave up on quantum physics was the moment I found out that not only can light be either a wave or a particle, it can be both at the same time.
But it usually is until you observe. Well, it is.
Well, it
until
is
you
both
observe.
at the same time, yeah. In fact, neither really makes sense for any particle, but...
Yeah.
And then in the exam that we had for quantum physics, despite the fact that I had another module which was taught by a guy who was a great guy but not a great lecturer, I still did better in that one than I did in the quantum exam. I was one of
And
six.
this is only for single particles, by the way. This is only the single particle interpretation.
I was one of 6 people in the entire class to get 50% or higher on the exam. 4 of which, I should say, lived in my house.
Oh, I remember my first quantum exam. One of my friends said, "Oh, I don't think I did that well," then proceeded to get 100%. So he's a dirty liar.
That wasn't the that wasn't the quantum one. That was the one that was taught by the bad lecturer. Like one of the people in my class was absurdly clever. This Chinese guy who was absurdly clever, and he got about 90%. And on his own, he dragged the class average up by about 3%.
I don't remember going to your uni.
He was Chinese, Christian. Stop being racist to yourself, Christian. No, he was kind of odd, this guy, because like apparently he used to catch bugs and things, which in itself isn't overly unusual. But like,
wait, is this actually me? What?
No, he used to catch them and put them in this pen that he had.
Okay, I didn't.
So he had like ants and stuff in this pen, apparently.
I used to catch ants.
An ant farm is not an uncommon thing to have.
But when he was like walking around and when he'd go to lectures and stuff, he'd do all these like spins and flips and like he'd jump from the 3rd step and stuff like that. It was like he was in
You're talking about the ants, right? Or him?
No, he did.
Hardcore parkour.
It was like he was in an
That's
action.
surreal.
It was like he was in an action movie that only he could perceive.
Did he say parkour every time?
Well, that seems amazing.
I don't think we need remotely this much coal, Stuart, but I guess that's probably enough.
This is human fall flat. We need all the coal and more.
Fine. I was just thinking that it was getting a bit tedious.
I may be having slight arm issues. Oh, there we go.
Don't go up there. You'll definitely die horribly and have to reset the level and do it again.
I didn't last time.
Right. I declare that enough coal. And am therefore driving off in the forklift. Yeah, the forklift's like full to nearly overflowing with coal.
Actually, to be fair, I'm not entirely sure why Schrodinger chose a cat, but I guess it's just a thing that you can do.
Sounds fun.
Excellent. Oh, there's a Stuart.
Hello.
Hello. Just in time, as we were driving away.
Saving. I wonder if that means if we bin the forklift off this, if we bin the dump truck off the side, we don't have to fill it with coal and it will respawn with coal in it.
Hopefully.
I'd prefer not to find out, but
Yeah, let's not. Also, we might lose this, you know, this rod.
It's alright.
is the rod in the forklift? Yeah, it is.
Do you have to ask?
I got it. It's fine.
Well, the last I saw, the rod was in the dump truck at the bottom, not at the top. Because this is the top dump truck.
Top truck.
They held nothing back on the speed
Oh, wow.
of this truck, did they? They tuned it to the absolute max.
There's a lot of innuendo here.
Oh no, we're gonna lose a bit of coal.
Have you ever seen the movie Speed?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I'm
Stroke
sure
of
this
the
is
Earth.
exactly like Speed.
Petrol head. I just got the petrol head trophy.
So did I. Don't know what it's for. Probably for driving the truck.
What? I didn't get it.
Do you have
Let me see
trophy
what it's for.
notifications?
Yeah, I have the notifications on. It just doesn't take a screenshot when. Well, that's bullshit.
Your bullshit.
Them's the brakes.
So Christian gets the driving the truck trophy for hanging onto the ladder on the side.
Well, it might
Meanwhile-
also be for driving the forklift.
Oh, I got delivery boy.
Yeah, I got delivery boy as well just now.
This is a weird pose. Oh,
You're aware
okay.
of those. Can one of you go and move
Yeah.
the other dump truck?
I'll move it because then I might get this trophy. Oh, no.
Just for, you know, the sheer convenience of not having to walk the coal very far.
Where do you want it?
Out of the way of those big black things. No!
Right, I might be able to
No.
back her up.
No!
Oh, I just got petrol head.
Oh.
Okay, crisis averted.
Ah. Gotta go forwards to go back.
Just go forwards. That's fine. Look at us doing like heavy machinery maneuvering.
I've had more vehicle experience in my PS4 games than I have in real life.
You and me both. You and me both.
I have not.
No, well, yeah.
Right.
Get coals.
Oh. Okay.
Ow.
I think
So where
we
do
have
these
to,
go?
we have to put them in these furnaces.
This is a lot of manual labor.
No.
Yeah. Think of all the
We
work
also
off.
have to light.
Think of all the work our fingers and thumbs are gonna have to do for this.
I think we also have
Finger
to light.
fatigue is a
these.
thing.
I might even have RSI after this.
I tell you, my friend in the lab who got RSI from pipetting too much.
From-
I've
oh,
heard this story.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Quick,
Are you now in the
set-
furnace?
set this one on fire with his rod. Christian and his rod are in the furnace.
Why did you rod the furnace, Christian?
It seemed like the perfect thing to do.
I too have. Can you? Can you
he just
put the
he just
rod in
saw
this furnace?
he just saw the furnace and wanted to stick his rod in.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, there's a rod, there's a hole.
I'm hoping you can save me from the furnace using the rod. Please put the rod in.
Don't worry.
sorry.
Just jump
Fail
out.
Well,
Just jump out.
I can't. It won't let me. I'm stuck on the wall. Oh no, never mind.
Like
Excellent.
Your rescue mission is unnecessary.
Now let's see.
You're in the way.
Well then.
Yep. We should light the furnaces so we know how much coal we have to put into them.
Oh yeah.
Where's that torch?
I don't remember this scene from Titanic.
What?
Although that would explain my presence. I probably shouldn't joke about that because that's an actual thing that actually happened. They killed actual people.
But it's also a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?